Peter goes to John to find out what's happened to his car. He explains the problem, and John asks how long it's been since he last changed his brake fluid. The answer is revealing. There's no doubt about it, the brake fluid has gone into vapor lock. Let's take a look at what brake fluid does and why maintenance is important. Brake fluid transmits the force exerted by the driver through the brake pedal to the brake system. The hydraulic circuit works based on the principle that liquids cannot be compressed. Though low compressibility is a fundamental feature of brake fluid, it's not the only requirement. Boiling point and low viscosity at low temperatures also need to be taken into account. These characteristics are so important that they are used to characterize the various types of brake fluids. Most modern cars use glycol-based brake fluids, which are labelled using the DOT, Department of Transportation system. The liquids used most are labelled DOT3, DOT4, DOT 5.1, where each label refers to minimum boiling point and viscosity standards, among other things. Other vehicles, however, those with a centralised brake system and clutch, use a mineral oil-based brake fluid labelled LHM. DOT and LHM fluids must never be combined. Brake systems and brake fluids act across a broad range of temperatures. In extreme conditions, when going down an alpine trail, for example, brake fluid temperatures can get up to 200 degrees. High temperatures are also easily reached once a brake system has some wear on it, with discs near minimum thickness. If working temperatures exceed the fluid's boiling point, vapor will form, creating bubbles in the fluid and increasing compressibility. What that ultimately means is that it takes longer to brake the vehicle. In fact, despite putting pressure on the brake pedal, you'll feel that the car isn't stopping. This is known as vapor lock. Brake fluids are, of course, designed to resist the high temperatures reached in a brake system. Still, it's worth remembering that, due to its hygroscopic properties, brake fluid will lose quality over time as it absorbs moisture through porous pipes. This will cause the fluid to lose some of its original characteristics. While the boiling point for the fluid when it is brand new and still sealed may be 230 degrees Celsius, after 2 years of use, the boiling point will have changed. In critical conditions, deteriorated brake fluid will form vapor bubbles well before reaching the boiling point provided on the label. When we consider the relationship between temperature and the moisture absorbed by the brake fluid, we notice that brake fluid deterioration begins immediately, even when there's only a small percentage of water. The chart shows the deterioration of the various brake fluids on the basis of the moisture absorbed. Realizing that brake fluid naturally absorbs moisture over time should help us understand why we need to check our brake fluid and replace it when needed. Aside from the boiling point, another important requirement for the brake system to work well is viscosity. Especially in modern vehicles equipped with anti-lock systems, ABS, and electronic stability programs, ESP. Fluids flow through control mechanisms in these systems, often valves with very narrow passageways. And it is important that the viscosity be suitable to allow for precise and immediate transmission of the braking force. A good brake fluid must allow the system to work well, even in very severe weather. And viscosity must be accounted for to ensure that there's no delay in the response. Other characteristics should also be taken into account when choosing a good brake fluid. These include protecting the brake system from corrosion, efficient lubrication, compatibility with elastomers, and optimal thermal stability. Have your brake fluid checked at the time intervals specified by the manufacturer and replace when needed. Brake system maintenance is an important contribution to the safety of your vehicle. Keep up to date through bremboparts.com. Brembo. Technology and sharing.